That fan speed, you see that, control the speed of the fan. If it's high speed, sound, all that, continue with that. Okay, so just close your eyes for a minute. Yes. Om Ishvara Gururatmeti Murtiveda Vivagini Vyomavad Vyaptadeyaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Shankaram Shankaracharyam Pitrohashiryo Bhavantu Gunapam Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Okay, friends, today we decided to have this talk because just 3 days back, it was 5th anniversary of Pujya Swamiji's Mahasamadhi. So I thought it will be really nice to have a little talk, sharing certain thoughts, highlighting the teaching that has benefited all of us. And going straight to the topic that we are given today, remembering the teacher, remembering Swamiji. That's a very funny title because remembrance presupposes the forgetfulness. Somebody one day, when I was having a program, a person came up after the program and told me, Swamiji, are you going to remember us? I said, never. I am not going to remember you. Why? Because I will not forget you. If I can forget you, I will remember you. I cannot forget. Especially, friends, in the self-knowledge, Atma-Gyan, not only the self itself is unforgettable, since Guru, Atma, Ishvara, all the three are inseparable. Either the Guru can be forgotten, or the self can be forgotten. Of course, Ishvara cannot be forgotten. All are unforgettable, absolutely unforgettable. You can forget something which you have seen somewhere outside. Please see, it is so beautiful. In our whole life, from the childhood until now, how many things we have seen, how many things we have heard, how many sounds we have heard, how many different types of touches we have experienced, sights you have experienced, tastes you have experienced, smells you have experienced. Can you remember every one of them? You cannot. And what to talk of this self, which is not a sound, not a touch, not a taste, not a sight, not a smell, asabdam, asparsham, arupam, arasam, agandham. It's not a sound to be heard, not a touch to be touched, not a form to be seen, not a taste to be tasted, not a smell to be smelt. That is not its limitation. Oh, I can see this world, but I cannot see the truth. I cannot see myself. That's not an inconvenience. That is the most convenient thing, the greatest blessing. Imagine the truth is a sound. The day we lose our hearing, and many of us have already lost it. I have lost half of it. As time passes, you lose hearing. And suppose the Atman, the self, the truth is some type of a sound. Now the hearing is gone, truth dismissed. It's suppose some type of a touch, exotic touch, like that is why people who look for exotic sound, you know what it is. Exotic touch, and the sense of touch goes away, that is finished. If it's a taste, suppose you lose your taste, Corona time, you lose your taste, you lose your smell. In Corona times, everybody shall be unawakened, meaning shall remain condemned to ignorance. And it's not a taste, it's not a sight, it cannot be seen. Suppose your eyes go blind, you cannot see. Lucky, Mahadeva. Lucky it is, absolutely fantastic. That is not a sound, so there is no fear of listening or not listening. It's not a touch, there is no fear of losing the touch of it. It's not a sight, there is no question of losing it at any time. It's not a smell, there is no question of Corona times again, sense of loss of smelling is the sign of Corona. So all the people affected by Corona are finished, they have no chance for enlightenment. Your taste is gone, suppose it is truth is a taste, your tongue is gone. No. All the five sense organs, they cannot see, cannot hear, cannot touch, cannot smell, because who you are is not a sound, not a touch, not a taste, not a smell, not a sight. Your seeing is possible, please see these friends. Your seeing this flower is possible because of the eyes. If the eyes close, the flower doesn't disappear. By itself doesn't disappear, but no more visible to you. And once you see that eyes, with your eyes, true to the perception, there will be a thought. Red flower inside. A question will arise inside. What is that? Somebody shall say, hibiscus. Oh. So you name that thought. Once you name that thought, thereafter the flower is not needed. Somebody says, hibiscus, you remember the hibiscus. But do you know problem? If the thought is forgotten, flower is forgotten. But to have that thought, you must be conscious. That there is a flower here, please see straight away. That there is a flower here. Eyes are here. True to the perception, the thought takes place. The thought is not seen by the flower. The flower will not be interested. Show me my photo. How is that? How is that? The flower will not ask. People will ask. The flower will not ask. Cannot ask. The eyes are not going to see what they have seen. Show me what I saw, what I saw. The eyes have no such desire to see. Eyes cannot see the thoughts. So these thoughts, it is the thought of an object. It is thought of an object, but that object is incapable of seeing it. It is produced by this help of the eyes. Eyes cannot see the thought. You cannot see the thought with your eyes. You can be conscious. Is there a thought? If you say yes, you are accepting, you are conscious. See the simplicity and beauty of this wisdom. Do you see this flower? The moment you say yes, you are accepting, you have the eyes. Because of the flowers, your eyes do not exist. Because the eyes are there, flowers are seen. Because of the flower, the eyes do not exist. Suppose the flowers drop out, your eyes are not going to go away. So same thing also. So true to the perception, when the thought is taking place, the thought of the flower, and the thought cannot be seen by your eyes. That is why even the blind man can see his thought. You are blind because the eyes cannot see, but that doesn't make you unconscious. You are deaf because your ears cannot hear, but that doesn't make you unconscious. The thoughts of the sound and the form are not seen or heard, known. Do you have a thought? The moment you say yes, you are accepting, you are conscious. Please see the simplicity, friends. The moment you say, you see the flower, you are accepting you have your eyes, but see the beauty of it. Do you see this flower? The moment you say yes, you are accepting you have eyes. Do you smell this beautiful flower, Nagalingam serpent flower? The moment you say, yeah, I can smell it, you are accepting you have got nose. But friends, please observe. You are accepting you have nose, but while smelling, do you remember your nose? While seeing the flower, do you remember your eyes? While seeing the flower, do you remember your eyes? Never. So shall we say therefore your eyes do not exist? Shall we therefore say that your nose doesn't exist? Never like that. Same way, the moment you say, do you have a thought? If you say yes, you are accepting, you are conscious. You cannot see a thought, hear a thought, touch a thought, taste a thought, smell a thought, but you can know a thought. See the difference between perceiving and knowing. Perception is not God. Okay. Mahadeva. Think of it, friends. A perception is not knowledge. Clearly observe it. The video camera perceives as though, sees audio, visual, but doesn't know. We are just not a video camera, just perception of sight and sound. No, this is an amazing instrument. It can see, we can hear, we can touch, taste, smell, everything can be recorded. Video camera can record only sound and the sight. This machine, all the five things are there. And when these thoughts are recorded, who is seeing it? Eyes cannot see, ears cannot hear. You are conscious. So if I ask you, do you see your thought? You say yes. The moment you say yes, you are accepting, you are conscious. But do you remember, are you conscious that you are conscious while being conscious of the thought? It's not a play on words, but the reality that you are. While being conscious of the thought, when you are conscious of the thought, are you conscious that you are conscious of the thought? Certainly not. That is what makes it ignorance. Do you see this flower? You say yes. You are accepting you have eyes. But the moment I ask you, do you remember you are seeing with your eyes? While seeing the flower, do you remember that you are seeing with your eyes? No, forgotten. Nobody does that. While eating, you don't remember your tongue. While touching, you don't remember your skin. While smelling, you do not remember your nose. While speaking, do you remember your tongue is active? So shall we therefore say, no ears, no eyes, no tongue, no nothing? No, they are there, but you are not aware. And friends, how long it will take to shift your attention from the flower to the eyes? Do you see this flower? Yes. How long will it take for you to shift your attention from the flower to the eyes? Yes. Do you know your thought? Yes. You are accepting you are conscious. Are you conscious that you are conscious? No. How long it will take to shift your attention from thought? That long it takes for enlightenment. That is the Guru. Amazing, instantaneous. And listen friends, we do not, so how can you forget it? You can forget the flower. You can forget it, you can forget the flower, you can forget your eyes can be lost, thoughts can be forgotten. Forget consciousness, please. Open your eyes, don't see. Now please, close your eyes, don't be conscious. Do not be conscious. That is the biggest joke. Why I so much, when I say that, Swamiji, unforgettable. Why? Because self is unforgettable. He has made me to be aware of something which is unforgettable. How does somebody make me aware of myself? Think of it, friends. How? Just, you must see it very, very clearly. Because most of the people say, oh, we don't need no Guru. Why? The Gurus never say they are essential. The Guru just doesn't exist. You don't believe it. You see that clearly, how fantastic it is. That is the teaching, the tradition is so beautiful. Where Shankara, so beautiful, is Guru naiva shishya chidananda rupa shivo om shivam. The student withdraws himself, the Guru withdraws himself. I'll explain to you. The Guru doesn't have to withdraw himself because Guru never imposed itself to withdraw. It is the student's creation. Listen friends, nobody ever goes to a Guru. And first time when I go to the Swamiji, it was not my Guru I was going to. I was going to a person. I'm a graduate, postgraduate from the college, studying my things, go there to a Guru. I didn't know that there is Swamiji, there are Gurus, all that stuff, didn't know that. I went to a person. And when I went to a person, I don't know what to do. Because I am here with the bell bottom those days and the, all these sideburns and all that, English educated, English literature student, secretary, postgraduate English association, and what not, what all nonsense, ABCDE, all pride and arrogance. So when you go there, hey, never know, what shall I do? How? We know we prostrate to our father, prostrate to our mother, sadhu, Swamiji, how? But I go there and do the namaskar to him. Just a person. You jump a little line. That time, friends. Anyway, I'll come back to it. Come down to teaching. So when I come to him, then he says, okay, you come. I go to the class, go to the Bombay, whatever, Swamiji is teaching. And when I went there, did I went to a Guru? No. Neither I was a disciple. He was a speaker. I was a listener. Think of it. He was a speaker. I was a listener. And what was he speaking? Not English literature, not history, not mathematics, not geography. He was talking about the truth, about the absolute. He was talking about that. When you go there, please think of it. You go there, what is he talking about? He was not talking about literature. He was not talking about the world, not about physics, chemistry, mathematics, nothing. He was talking about, he said, who you are is something different from what you have. Just I'm giving a gist of the whole teaching. If I go on bit by bit, it will take days and months and all that stuff. At the same time, it's instantaneous. He was telling me who you are, because the teacher, a right teacher, the person who is interested in himself, the person who is aware of the knowledge, he is not interested in the antecedents of the student. What was he doing, what was not doing, as they say, जात न पूछिए साधु की पूछ लीजिए ज्ञान मोल करो तलवार की पड़ा रहने दो मान. Never ask the caste, creed, the antecedents of the Guru. What education he had, what family he had, what job he had, and none of this stuff. If this is what is expected from a seeker, not to be interested in the antecedents of a teacher to whom he is going. Why? Because suppose you are a very rich man and the teacher comes a small family, a useless fellow, what can he talk? You are a PhD, the teacher is passed high school with difficulty, uneducated. Then you say, what other fellow can teach it? So this type of thing can come. Therefore, don't be interested in that. Just go to the teacher for the teacher's sake. Like the Kabirdas says, evaluate the sword inside the scabbard. The cover is not precious. What is covered is precious. So take the knowledge. Leave the person as it is. If this is what is expected from student, what is expected from teacher also? Jaat na puchiye shishyagi, pura dijiye gyan. You can change it. Don't ask, what was your father? What is your mother? Are you rich? Are you poor? Black, white, green, yellow. Bad boy, good boy. Divorced, married, vegetarian, non-vegetarian. Do you chant 10,000 times or never chant? Are you lost in the movies or in the drugs? Least interested. Why? The teacher is interested in who he is. When I was sitting down with Swamiji, first day, one person comes from there, he comes in, and he asks Swamiji, he prostrates, he falls flat. In North India, we just bend down. First time I see somebody falling flat, I say, yeah, why this man is falling flat? Anyway, pride. Then Swamiji, he says, Swamiji is introduced. These are, boys, they are coming for interview, or, coming to the class and all that. Oh, Swamiji, what questions are you asking them? Swamiji said, wow, what questions can I ask? Then this man prompted, anything about God? Swamiji said, sweetest thing, that is the one which hooked me and I am hooked forever. Freely. What do they know about God? I want them to forget it. I'll tell them what it is. Not bad. That one line hooked me. I said, not bad. He said, forget God and come to me. I'll tell them what it is. He didn't ask me, how many times you are doing chanting? Are you 100 times a vegetarian? Are you doing stretchings? Are you standing on your head or tail? How many times you are breathing? Have you gone on circumambulation? Vegetarian, non-vegetarian? Nothing. Nothing means nothing. Why? Because the teacher is interested in to tell you who you are. What you have is a dream. Gone. I am interested at this moment to talking to you about yourself, who you are. What all you have, I have nothing to do with it. A person goes to a wise man. Everybody prevents him to go to him. Because he's a bad boy, how can he meet our enlightened master? But the teacher, that is the time, comes back. And he sees this man, he falls at his feet. And he is a notorious man of this town. When the teacher sees him, takes him. Everybody is surprised. How can he be accepted? Because people have that sense of holiness, superior to everybody, holier than others. So how can the Guru stay with them, take him to the place, just accept him as a student? And then in 7 days' time, this student, that criminal, that the story goes about this Buddha and Sariputta and like that, and another criminal, it goes Angulimala, something like that. But this goes on in every tradition. All the stories, they get picked up by many, many different type of traditions. Everybody talks. It doesn't matter. Truth doesn't belong to one place or a time. Let everybody use it. So, he gets this knowledge. Then these students, those who are so very holy, they said, how come he got it? We have been here for a long time. He said, because this man was tired of his notoriety. The day he is interested to get out of it, that day over, that moment he is out of it. Because you carry your load doesn't follow you. Just think of it. Your memories do not follow you. Let the memories be there. You have to pick it up, carry it. The table is not heavy unless I try to put it on my head. The thought is not good or bad until you jump into it. So to help you to understand about yourself, he doesn't have to say, what all things you did? Did you do these things? No, suppose somebody puts a condition, go, get rid of these drugs, get rid of the smoking, get rid of the, your coffee, tea and all that stuff, then come to me. The fellow will say, he'll give you up, he will keep those things with him. So the teacher is not interested in what you had, what you did not have, what role you had, what you didn't have, but interested in himself. The person is himself. So, how long it will take? The dresses you have, body, relative example. The dresses you have, body you are. How many dresses you have already changed throughout your life until now? From first year to 80th year, 70th year, 90th year, whatever you are old, how many dresses have gone? Body is one. The body is also a dress. It was a small baby. 10 year, 20 year, 30 year, 40 year, 50 year. Mind is same. Mind is same. Just as a statement I am giving you. The thoughts seem to be young. The thoughts don't grow old as though. I am same. I who was thinking I am young, I am same. I am an adult, I am old. Listen carefully. Beautiful. When I am 10-year-old, what shall I say? I am 10-year-old. Can I tell that time I am 20-year-old? You have to wait for 10 years for the body to grow 20 for you to say I am 20. For you to say you are 70-year-old, you have to wait for the body to grow 60 years for you to say you are 70. Instant wisdom. I am there. The upadhi has to change, grow. Same way. Thoughts are also dresses. You are naked in the beginning, absolutely naked, pure consciousness. The child is not born with the thoughts, but surely not unconscious. But he is not conscious that he is conscious. That continues for some time. Think of it, friends. Every thought is a dress. And how many dresses you have put? Physics, chemistry, mathematics, geography, father, mother, husband, brother, wife, Indian, American, Australian, oh, how many, married, unmarried. Oh, I was a father, now I am a widower, now I am a widow, I am a child, I am the... You understand. Forgetting so many roles, dresses have gone. But who you are? Always the same. That is always the same in and through every thought, every perception, every condition of the body in the object. Now, a teacher who is aware of it, shall he insist on asking what all things we are doing when ultimately they have no meaning? Ultimately, if you have to drop it, why should you hold on to it? It's you are holding on to it, not that they are holding on to you. This is wisdom absolute. Jnana, knowledge, pure and simple. So when Swamiji says, what do they know about God? What do they know about anything for that matter? Yes, it's all our perceptions, thoughts, concepts, ideas. All that you have riches. You have a body which is young or old. You have your eyes which are blind or smart. You have your thoughts of many kinds. You have. In relation to your body, you say you have the riches. In relation to your eyes, you say you have a body. In relation to your mind, you say you have your eyes. In relation to your thoughts, in relation to I thought, you say you have other thoughts. This I is claiming everything. In relation to what, you say my ego, my I thought. You are conscious. A name is not required. A thought is not required. Instantaneous. Why analyzing so many things? Yes, friends, if somebody wants it, let them do it. That is why in this tradition, the whole thing can be given out in one word. Sarve veda yat padamamananti, tapamsi sarvani cha yad vadanti, yadichanto brahmacharyam charanti, tatte padam sangrahena pravakshe. Om iti etat. Only one word. Only one word. Om. Only one word. Aham. Om is a letter. Conjunct letter, if you can say that. Aum. Only one word. Either understand. Aha. Everybody is same. Everything is same. One word you understand. How can it be? Think, our friend. That is why I say it's so beautiful teaching. The teacher can teach, reveal the truth. The teacher doesn't give it to you. And when he's talking, just I'll come back to that aham, one word. When he's talking, he's a speaker. I'm a listener. But as I am listening, what I have is not me. Yes, world is certainly not. This body, yes, changing conditions. Sense organs, changing conditions. Thoughts, changing conditions. I, jumping from one thought to another thought. Conscious. Oh my God. The moment you see this, you are a disciple. And you make that person a guru. As long as you are listening to somebody, you are a listener. You are not a shishya. You don't have a guru. You say you have a guru. Only when you are free, when you learn mathematics, you become mathematician. You are become like another mathematician. Fine. You know what it is. History, same thing, you know all these things, different subjects. Here, when you know who you are, which the teacher knows, suddenly you become a shishya, who was shiksha yogya, who was to be. He didn't teach you, he was talking his glory, he was revealing it to you. He was just revealing. Literally celebrating, reveling in his own glory. A teacher doesn't teach. One who teaches is not a teacher. One who revels is a teacher. He revels, and you get hooked into that revelry. Hey, not bad. I am that. Once you see that, you make the person a guru. Because of your gratitude, you shall say, I am a disciple, you are the guru. Not because you picked up few words from him. You saw yourself who you are. And ultimately, what the teacher will say? Not proud now. Oh, I am the guru of these people. Some people, those who do not know that truth, for them guru is a role. They are very proud that these are my disciples. Disciples do not tell he is the guru. The guru is very proud. The governor comes, the king comes, the prime minister comes, the secretary comes, the president. These are roles coming. And they are not coming for your sake. They are coming for your followers' sake. The guru will never say he's a guru. The moment you see it, you made him guru. Ultimately, no guru, never shishya. There is neither a guru nor a shishya. No roles. Because somebody enjoys being a guru, the same person can say, you are not a guru, I don't accept you. His world collapses. Like a son disobeys the father. The employee disobeys the employer. The subject disobeys the king. Do you feel the God feels insulted because the devotee says God doesn't exist? The disciples say, Guru, that Guru is suddenly dies. What type of Guru is that? That's why Marta Guru, Rota Chela, Dono Bhola. The Guru who dies and the disciples who cry, both are fools. Just see the reality of yourself. The person appreciates very, very clearly who I am. So that is what Swami, this whole teaching, as a speaker, listener, when you get that knowledge, oh God. One word to be understood. Aham. Om. Can you, friend, think of it? It's an amazing stuff. A beautiful thought. Have you seen any other subject in the universe, in this whole world of literature and all this exploding knowledge forum? Is there any subject which is confined to only one letter? One word? Physics, every word is different. Velocity, acceleration, gravity, atom, system, every word. Chemistry, million words. History, million words. Geography, million words. Every subject, million words. Upanishads, one word. You understand one word, everything explodes. And that one word is Om or Aham. Descriptions are millions. You have to understand only one word, who you are. That is why you can see Shankara has given the whole thing in Eka Shloki, one shloka, half a shloka. Slokardhena prabhakshyami yaduktam granthakotivi. Half a verse is over. I shall tell you in half a verse what has been told out in crores of scriptures. Half a verse is over. Brahma satyam, jagan mithya, jiva brahmaiva naparaha. Brahman alone is the reality. The whole appearance is beautiful appearance only. And who you are is inseparable from the absolute. That's what you are. Finished. Half a verse. Eka shloki. In one verse, a student comes. It depends upon who is in front. You don't teach. Whoever comes, tell the whole thing. I mean, what is that for? Because you have nothing else to do. Whatever the student needs. Friend, understand, friends, this is amazing. Krishna taught Arjuna, he told something called Bhagavad Gita. If he would have taught Duryodhana, he would have told him the same truth about himself. But other values will be different. Arjuna wants to run away from the battlefield. Suppose you say, or Duryodhana, by chance he chose Krishna. Why? Like many people, out of fear and insecurity, God is. And God said, okay, you tell me whoever chooses me, I'll go there. Suppose by chance Duryodhana has a chance, please come. Why? Because for him, God is a security symbol. Let him be there. Like people do that, one talisman, one laddu, one stone, something like that. So Krishna should be there. Magical charm. He doesn't respect, but hold him as a magical charm. Like many people do that. And by chance, Duryodhana goes crazy and he says, no. I don't want to fight. Or because of anything, even for his own fear of death. Not because he is going to killing others, own fear of death. Krishna, I want to go away. What shall Krishna tell him? Klaibam asmagama Duryodhana. Don't be a stupid, don't be like a neuter. What shall he say? Good boy. Go. He will not tell him running away from the battlefield is bad. No. The whole teaching will be different model. Nobody say, see if you go now, what all people will talk about it? No, people will say, wonderful. If Arjuna, they will laugh at, to Duryodhana, he shall say, good boy. Appa, at last he is gone into senses. The whole attitude will change. Just now I was listening to some universal peace, something is going on now in some part of the world. Somebody sent me, I just saw it for 2 minutes. Oh, there should be all universal values of love, kindness, freedom. Those are fantastic words to be spoken to and to be swallowed. Suddenly that thought came, I'll share with you, and then I move into that topic. Everything is a topic. Think of it, good values, patriotism, good or bad? Universally, can you say patriotism is good? If patriotism is good, are you not killing each other? I am the Indian country, Indian citizen, India I am committed to. I am a Pakistani, Pakistan I am committed to. I am Chinese, Chinese I am committed to. Russian I am committed to. American I am committed to. Each one is a patriot. Everybody gets their country's highest valor award. What type of value is that? Ready to kill each other. Values? You shall be challenged. Everybody should be good. Name me one thing good which is not bad. Helping others is very good. Really? Nobody has been ungrateful to you. Nobody has taken your own help and killed you. Helping. Loving is fantastic. Really. You have never suffered the frustration, the treachery. That is why all the students, every student in Upanishads, in Vedas, in Bhagavad Gita, anywhere you see that. What Arjuna says, Yat Sreyasyat Nishchitam Bhuitan me. O Lord, please tell me that which is the best. Yat Sreyas, that which is the best. Don't say this is good, that is good. Because not being rich has a problem. You can't say riches are better than poverty. Poverty has its problem, riches also have its problem. Illiteracy is bad, but literacy does not make it good. Poverty makes me suffer, but prosperity doesn't take me away. That is why when you read this life of all these people, Apple computer owner and all that stuff, the people are dying in that age, everybody is writing what? Don't follow my life. I was alone on the bed. I can employ thousands of people, but for facing my life, whom shall I employ? By the time it's understood, it's too late. Even in spite of the person's age, understand, just like a person doing magic and producing something, however much you say, I do it to attract you, to take you to God, you get stuck on the magic, miracle. Same way, however the person may say that this is nothing, you shall be inside you, his private jet, his biggest yacht, his billions of dollars, that has completely gone into your system. That is why, if the scholarship of the teacher, learning of the teacher, inexplicable powers of the teacher, if that gets into your head, knowledge shall never get into that place. Understand? So who comes in front? Depending on that, the teaching begins. Why? Because everybody, please understand, this is one subject, friends, one subject, only one letter. You have to understand. Ah, Om. I was thinking of this one lecture, but I will continue it in 3-4 series so that we shall make it beautiful. Why stuck to that 1 hour? Whole thing should be there. Everything. Talks about yourself, who you are. Every other thing is forgettable and will be forgotten. How many things you have remembered from your childhood until now? People are forgotten. Sensations are forgotten. Perceptions are forgotten. Gain and loss are forgotten. Everything is forgotten. But you are there. One letter, one subject, just one letter, you know, everything is known. That is why Vishnu Sahasranam, 1,000 names of God. Who understand one name, 1,000 shall explode. You too have 1,000 names. You can have your own Sahasranama. Aham Brahmasmi, I am the Brahman, the Absolute. That is the basic. Thereafter, I am a boy, I am a girl, I am young, I am old. Sahasranama. But the basic is nameless. Understand that point? The teacher just reveals one word, one letter about yourself, who you are. But why do I need a teacher for that? Because there are many teachers who have pushed you into these roles. There will be one teacher who shall free you from the roles. Simple as that. There are many teachers who have pushed you into the roles. Your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your school teachers, your college teachers, professors, religion, politics, economics, every sort of it. Everybody continuously have been pushing you into roles and roles and roles. Even go to religion, it pushes you into a role. Just like you have the knowledge of engineering, you have the knowledge of medicine, you have the knowledge of law, you have a faith or you are a faith. You become a faith. You have the knowledge of scriptures. That is why when you study scripture, shastra, you become a shastri, not a jnani. Jnani is who knows one word clearly and therefore the entire scripture explodes in him. You have got all the scripture, a load, bharasya baha natu chandanasya. Like a donkey who carries the load of the sandalwood never enjoys the fragrance of the sandalwood, even in spite of having the biggest nose. You can have all the informations. Bharasya baha natu chandanasya. There is no fragrance in living. You are lost in this or that. Think of it this way. How many books you must read? Who has given it to you? Everybody. So, get out of that hold of the million roles. No. Addicted to every role, suddenly being religious also becomes another role to be addicted to. I don't need anybody. Addicted. I don't need anybody. I can do it all by myself. And there are people also who shall prompt you. You don't need nobody. You can do it by yourself. Really. Friends, this morning, Ishwara's grace, God's grace, Guru's grace, one example came. It's beauty. A person has cancer. Think, friends, a person has cancer. Because my brother had it, I hundreds of experience in life. Amazing. Somebody has cancer. Spontaneous remission takes place. Some people, spontaneous remission. Suddenly they are cured. How? Don't ask. Don't ask. Suddenly they are cured. In Hong Kong, there is one person cured. He is writing a beautiful book. God bless her. So many people, spontaneous cure. How? The doctors are surprised. Everybody is surprised. Can he cure somebody? On that faith, build a medical system. That suppose somebody comes and says, I sat down there, I dug up a hole, or sit down there, I was sleeping or drinking or doing something, boom, the enlightenment came and it suddenly exploded in my brain. Respectfully, yes. Why? If he says he is free, why shall I contest his freedom? Why? If I contest his freedom, what does it mean is, he did not take my help. Don't be a guru. If somebody says, I got it like that, fantastic, go. But don't open your mouth to anybody. You have forfeited your right to open your mouth. Why? If you say it's spontaneous, it will happen to anybody and everybody. Why do you need to open your mouth? Did you go to talk to somebody? No. Did it happen to you? Yes. Thank you. Get lost. Why? It will happen to me. Don't come and tell me I don't need it. No, if you need it, if you keep it, that will bother you. Really? Shankara says beautifully. Kataka Renuvat, the water has got dirt. What shall I go do with it? The person says, put little more pollen grain, some Kataka Renu, some flower grains. You put that. How are you adding dirt? What happens is this dirt swells up, settles along with everything down. Teaching is like that. All the roles are there. You put a little more. Understand, help him to understand what it is. Like the word silence. Everybody is talking. Quiet. Why are you shouting? But when you say quiet, it drowns other noises, itself also goes away. When the teacher reveals who you are, not only takes away all that you have, meaning your identity, but that who you are doesn't remain with you as a word. That is why Aho Guru, Aho Sishya, Aho Sishya. Teacher non-parallel. Impossible. But depends on what the students pick up. It depends on what the student picks up. You understand? Like some people go, no, they worship whom? My father is my God because he gave me money. My mother is my God, he gave me gold. My friend gave me a job, therefore he is my God. Because they give you something, they are your gods. The Guru is my God. Why? Because he takes away everything. You don't come to a teacher to become a learned scholar. You don't come to the teacher to be rich, to be rubbing shoulder with bigger people or smaller people, to be austere, to be practicing this or that, to be doing that. To be yourself. You go to university to be a professional. You go to a job to be a managing director. You can renounce to be a renunciate. You go to the teacher not to be a renunciate or indulgent, not to be rich or poor, not to be an emperor or an ordinary person, neither a man or woman, big or small, powerful or powerless. You come to be yourself. You don't know you are coming to yourself, but it hits you. If the teacher is right, such a teacher, how much can you talk about it? Only thing that is universal, friends, is this your being who you are. Rest of it, you may go on talking to the whole world. Let everybody listen to same music. Nobody will listen. Musicians will kill each other. My music is better than your music. My way of explaining physics or chemistry is better than this and that. Yeah, competition and comparison. In case of this subject, about yourself, everybody is same. Who are you? How shall you begin? I am. Who shall say that? 7 billion people around the world have to start with the same word. Who are you? I am. Stop with that. First, I. Your first name. I. Then add. Boy, girl, man, woman, rich, poor, Indian, American, Australian, this, that, vegetarian, non-vegetarian, drug addict, this. Million roles. Smart, I can remember. I cannot remember. I'm blind, I'm deaf, I'm dumb, I'm this, I'm that. Oh God. I can stretch my leg, I can breathe for 100 times, I can go dive into the ocean for 3 hours, yeah, I can climb the mountain. What are you doing? Comparisons, forgettable achievements. You think world will not forget you. How much remembrance does it give to you? You are not there. Everybody wants to be unforgettable in the hearts of the people. Be unforgettable in your own heart. For you to be you, you don't need somebody to remember you. Why should somebody remember you? Somebody shall remember you, give him 2 laddus, he will remember you. The dog does that, the cat does it. Our village, our ashram, that small baby cat, yesterday he came to me, today he came. When I said, when did he come running? I have won over. I waited for 1 month. He'll come. Anybody will come. So you want to be a puppy? You want to be a cat? No. So you go to the Guru, whatever the Guru says, I will do that. Really? Yes, you can. Nothing wrong. but out of total freedom, because you are who you are. You can happy to hold on to every word. You are absolutely happy when every word is forgotten. You are happy to be alive. Immortal you are. The body shall go. Expendable, forgettable, will be going. Me, always existing. Who can give this? Everybody. Who are you? I. 7 billion people have to say I. That's the first name of everybody in this universe. In that I, no Indian, no American, no historian, no this or that, no fat man, rich man, black man, white man, blue man, nothing, no the follower of this religion, this God, that God. Not the political beliefs. I'm a Democrat, I'm a socialist, I'm a this party, that party. What are you doing? A visible earth doesn't make us one. We fight in the name of an imaginary line of control. Invisible self, invisible God is going to protect you. You can shout in the name of God. There will be millions who shall not believe in you. Help him to understand himself. Nobody can ever forget. Nobody can ever forget. Hey, if we are getting used to the roles of different kind, in every role I am hiding. Somebody has to just point it out. That is what Guru is all about. Guru doesn't give you a new role. You are my disciple from today. New donkey, branded. No. Amazing. That is the tradition. How much can we say that? Hours can pass. Days can pass. Whole life, only that thing can be spoken because it touches everybody. When I say I am the absolute, when I say I am an English professor, are you included? Mathematics professor, are you included? I am rich, everybody is included. I am poor, everybody is included. I am austere, everybody is included. I am indulgent, everybody is included. Never. The meaning of the word I, what? That which is ever existing, pure consciousness. Since ever existing, Sat, immortal. Any moment of happiness I am with myself, and whenever I am myself, I am happiness. Everybody. Objects of happiness can be, if you say happiness in object, I don't know, get in that topic. You can have more, I can have less. In happiness, there is not emperor's happiness and ordinary man's happiness. That is why satisfaction, contentment, you're being yourself. Nobody can touch you. Manasija paritushte ko dhani ko daridra. And the person is satisfied, contented within himself. Who is the dhani? Who is the daridra? Who is rich? Who is poor? Who is more educated? Who is less educated? It doesn't matter, friends. You be happy, I am happy. You are the truth, I am the truth. You are immortal, I am immortal. Everybody is one and the same. And effortlessly. Effortlessly means what? Nobody can give it to you. Remember this line. Every time you go to school, you do not carry the subject you are going to learn. Think of this. You are going to physics class. Are you carrying physics knowledge with you or a book with you? You are not carrying mathematics, you are not history, you are not carrying music, you are not carrying anything. Everything, the thoughts they put into your head. In self-knowledge, the person who is stepping into the teacher's place, he carries himself. Yourself is not a thought to be given. It's not an idea to be given. It's not an identity to be given. You are already coming, the immortal walking in. Doesn't understand. The teacher's job is absolutely simple, facilitating. Boy, know who you are. Don't lose yourself in everything that you have. Be that changeless immortal. Live with mortality. Be the happiness absolute. Live with relative comfort and discomfort, convenience, inconvenience. Just because you are the enlightened, awakened wonderful person, don't say everybody worship you. How many people loved Krishna? How many people hated Krishna? But you can't ignore Krishna. You can help, you can love him. Because his naughtiness, you love him. Because of his naughtiness, some holy people will hate him. But you can't ignore him. Because he shall take you beyond pleasure and pain. Arjuna asked, Sreyasyat. Nachiketas asked in, what is that? In Kathopanishad. Anyatra dharmat, yat tat pasyati tad vada. Anyatra dharmat, yat pasyasi tad vada. Oh Lord, please tell me what is beyond dharma and adharma. Beyond poverty and prosperity. Relatives, good and bad. Pain and pleasure. Tell me that. In Lalita Sahasranam, mother's name is Dhyatru Dhyana Dheya Rupa Dharma Vivarjita. Oh mother, Dhyatru Dhyana Dheya Rupa. You are the meditator, object of meditation itself. Dharma, adharma vivarjita, beyond dharma and adharma, good and bad, right and wrong. The good and bad is a relative thing. Which side of the wall is this? Mine left, my left side, your right side. This one is my right side, your left side. This front one is my back side, your front side. That one is your back, my front. Which side is this? Space has no sides. If you have sides, you drown. 1,000,000-ton ocean liner, floating in the ocean, sinks because it floats on one side. A poor little coconut fallen from some isolated tree in some island floats through the 7 oceans. Mightiest ocean cannot drown it. Why? Floats all sides. Wise man floats all sides. This is, who gives it? Did I get it from my childhood? No. Did my teacher got it from childhood? No. His teacher. That is why Dakshinamurti, call it Adi Sama Sadasiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam, begin from Sadasiva, call it Shiva, anything. You know there are different types of teachers teaching different things. Respect. Why? Different types of people, they shall remain at that level only. Time is gone, just another 2 minutes I shall take crossing beyond. If you don't cross time, it is not our tradition. You have to go beyond time. Anyway, just a little bit, please. A person wanted this knowledge. He went to the teacher and asked, how precious I am? Because as everybody says, I am stupid, I am useless. How precious I am. What is my value? What is my evaluation? The teacher didn't say anything, he gave him a stone. Take this. Just evaluate it and come back. Don't sell it. So he steps out of the ashram and goes to the first fruit shop. Will you like this stone? Nice one. How much will you give? 10 apples. Okay, thank you. It's not mine, my teacher's. He goes. Another shop, shopping, that big cloth shop. Is this stone you like? Yes, very good. Well, how much can you give? 10 clothes. Just a stone, 10 clothes. Vanda, not. My teacher's, not mine. Then he goes to a sweet meat shop. He says 10 kilo rasgulla or some sweet. Then he says, go to a vegetable shop. He says, take 10 bags. Stone, 10 bags he takes. Then he goes, this is a stone, jewel. Why not go to a stone cutter? He goes to a stone. When you go to a stone cutter, he is stone cutter. Only job is to cut the stone, not even sculpt it. He said, what is this? What is the value? Are you joking? He is cutting down mountains, and this stone, how much it costs? He says, crazy or what? I have no time to talk to you, nonsense. He said, okay, this fellow doesn't know. He go to a jeweler's place. The jeweler sees, very, very nice jeweler. I'll give you, first time he said 100,000 rupees. 100,000? Really? He said, if you don't believe in me, okay, you go to somebody. He said, I can't sell because it is my teacher's. You go to the royal jeweler. He goes to royal jeweler. The royal jeweler receives him, takes this stone, puts it on a nice piece of cloth, and then looks at it, and he says, does a namaskar to the stone. and says, "Where from you got it, sir?" "My teacher gave it to me. I want to just evaluate." He said, "Please quietly take it and go back and give it to your teacher. Don't even tell this thing about anybody, especially the king. This is a king's ransom. The king will kill you to take this." He ran with that. Gives him millions of dollars, millions of rupees. Then you go to the teacher and say, "Please take your stone." He said, "Yes, you take your stone." They told different types of prices. One fellow says, "Invaluable. But you tell me what is my evaluation." He said, "Son, this is your answer. Same stone depends upon who looks at it. Same person depends upon who looks at it. The one who knows infinity absolute shall see infinite and absolute in you. One who is stuck on the limited levels, he defines himself with riches. How much acre of land you have got? 2 acres. Poda. Useless. He looks at himself through his body. I'm 30-year-old woohoo, 70-year-old old fellow, 5-year-old useless. That is his value. I'm a PhD. There are not even a matriculation. 3rd standard. Go. I'm the governor, prime minister, president. You're just a citizen. Huh. Right. How will they value you? As they have valued themselves, that is how they will value you. The wise one who knows himself, how shall he value you? Invaluable. Who shall be accepted? Everybody, without discrimination. Everybody shall be accepted by teacher, but the teacher need not be accepted by the student. Because, understand, in the world of the wise, ignorance has a place. In the world of wisdom, ignorance has a place. In the world of the ignorant, wisdom has no place. It is yet to have a place. Therefore, do not hold average person responsible for anything. Be the happiness absolute. Move on in this earth. As the Upanishad will say, Aham vrukshasya riva, kirti pushtam gireriva. I am the one who is the vrukshasya re, samsara vrukshasya riva palaita. I am the one who protects the samsara vruksha. I am protecting the universe, not protected by it. The space accommodates all the forms. No form can accommodate, doesn't need to accommodate the space. My glory, as conspicuous as the peaks of the mountain, kirtim gire prusthariva, like the heights of the mountain. That's what I am. All what? Tradition, beautiful. Tavanugrahat, O Lord, your teacher, great teacher. I was that, I am that, I was, I will be. Think there is another trip. Whatever you are, whatever roles you take, you will retire from it. From this wisdom you cannot retire. Helplessly engaged throughout your life. If you cannot forget yourself, you will forget the Guru. If you forget the Guru, you don't know what you are talking. If you think you can forget, so once in a while remember, once in a while remember. Huh? Can you be yourself once in a while? That is ignorance. That is why. Swamiji, Swamiji. Guru, Guru. Close your eyes, friends. Time is up, 1 hour. We shall see more of it. We'll make it 1 or 2 classes. Thank you very much. Please close your eyes. There is nothing to remember or forget. Understand? If with a thought you remember something, without the thought you will forget. That is the difference between objective knowledge and absolute self-knowledge. Without remembering your home, without the thought of your home, you cannot remember the home. When there is no thought of home, you can't miss your home. When the thought of home comes, you start missing the home. To remember things, thoughts are very important. To remember yourself, listen carefully, to remember yourself, thoughts are important. In a sense, in the beginning stages, it reminds you who you are. Because a thought's job is to remind. When the home thought comes, the home is reminded. But your thought doesn't create it. But your thought reminds you about your house. When the thought of home is not there, the home is not there. The thought of the person is there, you are remembering the person. Loving, hating, doesn't matter. When the thought of the person is not there, the person is not remembered. That's the limitation of the object and the thoughts of the object. In relation to yourself, the consciousness. When the thought is there, aham brahmasmi, I am the absolute, the thought reminds you who you are. If you are aware of it, if somebody has made you aware of it. And when there is no thought, you are effortless with yourself. A thought is not needed. The sound of the cuckoo reminds you of the cuckoo. In the absence of the sound, the cuckoo is not there. You don't need a sound to remind you of silence, but you can do that. I say the word silence. The name doesn't associate with any sound. So every sound you dispose of. It reminds you of something which is not a sound. But when there is name is not there, silence as it is ever existing. Effortless, effortless, effortless. Who can give this knowledge, friends? Each one of us. We are blessed with it. As I told you, when you step at the feet of the teacher, you are carrying the subject. What a glorious thing it is. One word. Always there with yourself as you are. A thought is, you are reminded. Thought is not, you are who you are. So the presence of thought is as much of a blessing as even the absence of a thought. That is not true for the relative subjects. You have to remember your father, mother, brother, so do that, enjoy. Deal with your memory, live with your memory. For comfort, discomfort, convenience, inconvenience will be there, but nobody takes away the absolute wisdom, happiness, absolute fulfillment that you are. Be that, please. Close your eyes. Please chant Om 3 times, please. All of you chant, please. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Thank you. We will have 1 or 2 more classes later on, continuing.